Hello. What's going on out here? Oh, let's see if anyone comes up in here. I haven't done a live in a while, so see what's going on out here on YouTube. Well, yeah, I've just been busy, so I haven't really did a live in a while. I've been watching all this Corona stuff and seeing what's going on with it, so I've been running some trailers here and there to different places like Kansas City, just doing some runs, trying to move some stuff around, working with my students. What's going on, Sean? I got your email, Sean. I read it. I seen that. What's going on, Brown? How's things going? You still got Prime Ink in your name, I see. Aaron's coming to orientation on the 20th. Where you going, Aaron? You going to Springfield or Pittston, or where you heading to? Yeah, Brown. It's all good, Brown. Keep repping it. You know, it's all good. You tried. I ain't tripping. I just was kind of shocked that you still had it on there. All right, Aaron, you're coming to Springfield. Let's see, the 20th, 6th. That would be the 13th. So in 3 weeks. Well, hey, congratulations, man. It's kind of wild out here right now. Like, they check your temperature all the time. I hear that they're having y'all sign waivers saying that y'all don't have the coronavirus or you're not having a temperature and all the symptoms. So, like, I guess you'll be signing a waiver. Brown says, ain't even home yet, sitting here in Massachusetts right now, but I'll be home tomorrow. Really, Brown? I thought you quit, man. You should have just got your rental car or something. Went home. Should have just told your trainer, hey, let's stop in Pittston and test me out so I can get my CDL and then I'll quit. I don't know. Just thinking. What's going on, Jesus? Jesus, I've been like you here lately, man. I'm just grinding out stuff to do. Trying to keep busy out here in Springfield. This is a long story. Okay, Brown. It's all good, man. Just thinking. Carlo, what flavor are you vaping? This right here is strawberry kiwi. So it's pretty good. I was earlier today, I was vaping Skittles because every time I test out a student, I vape the Skittles. It's just something I started doing here recently. So I tested a student today and my student trifected. So I had another trifecta today. You know, that's always good. Somebody got their CDL today. So I got a trifecta here in Springfield, Missouri. You know, it's been a while since. Jesus was the last person I trifected right here in Springfield. So it's been a while since I tested a student here in Springfield. Jesus says, what happened? It said, I timed someone out of their chat. I didn't even touch anything. Hey, Jesus, you got a hammer for a reason, man. You need to put someone in timeout. Bink, put them in timeout. I don't know who you put in timeout either, but that's kind of funny. But yeah, my student, he trifected today, so I got another guy his CDL, man. He worked hard for it, and he got a CDL, so, you know, that's awesome. You got some good donut flavors, and congratulations on my students. Oh, thanks. There's Tony. What's going on? Yeah, Jesus, you bless that seat, man. Whoop whoop. What's up, Jacob? Trifecta party. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a trifecta party in my garage. This is a trifecta party. Yeah, he did good, so he trifecta. I wanted to do a live yesterday because I haven't done one in a while, but I really don't like doing a live the day before a test because I'm all like, I don't know, man. I just try to skip that day. Plus, I was shotgun a beer to celebrate. I drink out of glass bottles. It's kind of hard to shotgun a beer out of a glass bottle, but you know. And also yesterday I got home real late. I took a trailer by myself to Kansas City to take it over there. They needed a trailer in Kansas City, so I took a trailer over there real fast. So I didn't get home till like later. So there wasn't doing a live was out of the question last night. But hey, if anyone's lost a job during this coronavirus thing, trucking's still going. So if you lost a job during this trucking because you were not an essential worker, hey, truck drivers, we're still out there rolling. We're essential to everything. So just keep that in mind whenever you start looking for a job. If you need a trucking job, hey, we deliver food at Prime Inc. You know, they're not going to stop us. They need us to keep delivering food. So just tap it with another bottle. That will make, yeah, right? Yeah. No, I'm not. I work tomorrow morning, so like I'm not drinking. Tomorrow morning I have a brand new guy. His gonna be his first day, so I'm gonna take him out for a drive, let him do some driving, and then Johnny, we're gonna go drive and we're gonna start working on back end and find out where he's at his pre-trip. So Cartlow says, you keep delivering food and I'll keep delivering diesel. Right? Hey, I need the diesel, so yeah, I'll definitely keep delivering the diesel. Without you, I guess I couldn't go deliver the food. So Mark Newton sent you an email. Good, Mark. I was wondering if you seen my email. If you seen my email I sent you today. What's going on, Kiersey? It's been a while. But yeah, Newton, I didn't forget about you. I emailed you today to see what was up, so I'll definitely check that though, for sure. Jesus takes the wheel. The moment I'm done with TNT and have a couple days off, I'm having some Jack and Coke to celebrate. There you go, Jesus. If you're at the campus and you haven't got a truck and haven't got a load, then boom, there you go. Go to Fire and Ice. Kirsty said, I was running hard to get home. Now I'm relaxing in Jersey. Ooh, that's not good. Kirsty, you might, man. Kirsty, I'll text you something that I heard after this live. Like, I'll shoot you a text. Because there's something I heard today that, you know, it might be rumor, it might be true, but I'm not going to put it out and cause any panic. But I'll text you something about going home to Jersey right now. Yeah, and Jacob pretty much said what I was gonna say, but Jacob says, I wouldn't have taken home time in Jersey. Now you gotta quarantine for 14 days. She said, cool. Jesus, I was in New Jersey 4 days ago, told the fleet manager I wanted out ASAP. Yeah, I don't blame you. They have a lot of the cases of that virus over there. I heard you were going to text. Yeah. Jesus takes the wheel. Now I'm going to awful California. That's what you want, Jesus, man. Keep running back and forth. You went from Jersey to California, bringing it back, you know. Kirsten says, oh, well, then I get quarantine. I haven't been home in 2 months. It's worse than getting quarantined for 14 days, what I heard. I'll text you, I'll text you. It was a rumor I heard, you know how rumors are, and sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. That's why it's a rumor. I know whenever when you come into the terminal at Springfield, that's some of the questions they ask. Have you been to Jersey, Connecticut, or New York for home time in the last however many days? So and you say yes, you can't come into the terminal. Cannot come into the terminal. Jesus takes the wheel. Yep, in and out of some states is the best thing right now. Yeah, it is. Some people know I'm a germaphobe, so I don't want to go anywhere near any populated place right now. I told my wife, I said, hey, since I'm out with my student, whenever I come home, if you need groceries or whatever, I'm already out. So send me over to the store, give me a list, and I'll go grocery shopping. Now, I end up with a lot more junk food than my wife would buy. I'm all oh, look, there's Oreos. Let me grab some of those. Let me grab some of this. I grab a lot of stuff and bring it home. So, Jacob says, I'm heading to Florida whenever this load is ready. Man, Jacob, you still haven't made it to Texas? Hans, I'm heading to Minnesota on Sunday. And y'all are running everywhere. I hear right now, y'all trucks are just rolling and people are making good money right now. So that's a good thing about, if you don't have to comply with hours of service, you can just keep on running. So that's good. No running for a bit till I head back. Yeah, I tried to call you the other day. I guess you were asleep or something. I was just calling because, I was taking a trailer somewhere and I was like, oh, I wonder what Jacob's doing. I tried calling you, but you must have been asleep or something. Han says, Kiersey's my favorite YouTuber. She's a good one, Hans. She's a good one. I have my tops too. I have a lot of people that I really like watching on YouTube, and then I have some people that I really don't care to watch, but I do watch some of their videos just to see what they're talking about. Oh yeah, you were passed out, yeah. When you don't answer, I know you're asleep because you usually answer. Or you call me back real quick. Jesus, should I block Hans? Nah, man. And I'm the second. I'm Hans' second, so that's good. I'm okay with second place. I met a lot of people at the terminal here lately that been watching my YouTube. I get people all the time. They come up to me and they don't know if it's me or not. They're all like, "Hey, I seen you somewhere before. I'm all like, oh yeah, shoot, I'm here at the terminal all the time. They're all like, no, I think I seen you on YouTube. Are you Twizted? I'm like, yep, that's me. The one and the only. That's right, Jacob. Everyone loves Big D. And if you don't, then like, oh well, it's all good. If you don't like me, it's all good. You might be still watching my stuff anyway, so keep on watching. Kirsty says, someone pulled next to me in Arizona and recognized me. I was like, oh my God, it's weird. Yeah, most of the time, I don't even know what to say to somebody. They're all like, hey, I watch you on YouTube. I'm all like, thanks for watching. Like, I appreciate it. And I'm all like, I don't even know where to go from here. You know, like, cool. But yeah, I was talking to one of my friends today, and they told me, hey, if you have somebody coming in and you're not able to train them, and they put you down for a referral, like, he goes, I wouldn't mind training them. And I was like, well, I really trust you with a student, so like, you know, if I ever get in that situation where I'm not going to be in that certain place, then I would for sure have them put you down as the trainer. So at least I know that they got a good trainer, you know, or in my opinion, one of the guys that I hold up here, like a real good trainer. So yeah, yeah, for real, Cartlow, I love ICP. Yeah, Kirsty, I see that you mentioned people in videos that you meet. That's really cool, but like right now I'm all like, man, what should I make a video about? Like I think right now I'm better at just like hitting up the lives. Like I thought about making some real quick videos, but I was like, sometimes I'll just be thinking of a topic and I'll be like, how do I put that out without like sounding like it's wrong? So like sometimes I'm all like, nah, I'm not putting that out. Han says, no one ever sees me because I don't hang out with anyone, especially with the corona going on. Yeah, you should see it over there on the pad. Everybody's like, elbow love, man. That's it. Like, students, it's all fist bump. Like, everyone's fist bump. I'm all like, technically your hands are touching, but even with the elbows are touching other elbows. Kirsty said videos take time to edit, which I have less time now that I'm teaming. Yeah, I knew you were gonna have problems in that. Like, I think anybody on a team truck, it's really hard to make videos unless you and like if I was on a team truck with like one of my friends and we were doing YouTube, I would be like, hey, let's combine our channel. And whatever stuff you throw up, let's combine them and like do 24 hours in the truck, you know, just put out whatever. Because people will watch it. Like, people will just watch whatever happens. They're all like, oh man, he went and delivered the load, and the next guy goes and picks up the load from the other place, and you know, they see how each person does stuff. So, and then like if I was on a team truck, it would be like some of the drama we have on the team truck. Like, I'm all like, dude, I told you to wash out this trailer, and he's all like, bro, there wasn't no washouts. And you're all like, what do you mean? You just drove like past 4 of them, you know? Like, we have an issue right here, you know, just to see the real struggle. Because I've been there. Like, I've been at the place to pick up the load, and there ain't no truck stop for like, it was like 4 hours away for the next truck stop. I go check in, they're all like, pre-cool the trailer to that. I go out there, pre-cool the trailer, go look at the fuel tank, and my teammate didn't put no fuel in it. So we're on empty. I'm like, really, dude? So, I mean, like, stuff like that happens on a team truck all the time. Three years older. Okay. Yeah, or he's wishy-washy. Yeah, your teammates can be wishy-washy too, like. But yeah, this stuff that happens on a team truck, like, especially like those days whenever you get to stop and actually get off the truck as a team truck, you're taking your buddy with you. You know, y'all are gonna go have some fun. Like, if y'all are taking a 24 hours reset, like both of y'all are taking your 34 at the same time, hey, y'all might go out to see the mall or see something out there, like see a tourist attraction or something. So like you're able to go do some stuff. Like, that would be the YouTube videos I would like to see. I'd be like, hey, what did you get off the truck and go do while you were out there? Like, did you get to go eat anywhere cool? Like, I love to eat, so I used to walk places. Like, I wish I would have got on YouTube back then and showed some of the places I walked to. Well, I walked to about a mile away from my truck, and I found this place to eat. You know, stuff like that. That's kind of the stuff I miss from being on a team truck, is like stuff like you and your buddy just go and have fun one night. Y'all go walk. Like one time we were in Wyoming, we ate at this restaurant, and it was real good. And they had like a hamburger with a big slab of cream cheese in it and jalapenos, and like, oh, it was the bomb. Or we were in Oklahoma City. We walked across the bridge to this place called The Garage, and they had a hamburger that they mixed the hamburger meat with peanut butter, and they grilled it. Like, that hamburger was awesome. Like, it doesn't sound good, but it was really good. Yeah, we had some issues on the team truck. Like you should have, like, if I could have got myself on camera sometimes whenever he was, like, my teammate was supposed to do something and I found out it wasn't done and I was mad. Like, there were some blowouts in the team truck. Like, you get into some arguments. Like, we got into some arguments. I wish I had it all recorded. And, you know, sometimes I would do stuff wrong. Sometimes he would. Like, we would get into arguments about places to park. He would be like, man, I'll just pull into this Walmart and park. And I'm all like, dude, there's signs right there saying no parking. Like, you're going to get us towed or whatever. Nah, man, we're fine. Nah, dude, go move this to a truck stop. Like, big arguments like that. I was like, dude, you can't park wherever you want. He goes, why not? I was all like, dude, you spent all your training in California. In California, you can pretty much park wherever you want. You can park in a turning lane in California and just go to bed. Other places, they ain't hearing that. Sorry, I got behind on the chat. I throw all my trash out the window. No, I do not throw all my trash out the window, so... cool dude, really? What do you do that? I hate people. Jesus says, I hate people that litter. I don't litter. So, yeah, if you litter, that's not good. You shouldn't litter. Why are we throwing trash on our own country? Like, for reals. I see it in the terminal. I'm all like, how are we throwing trash out at the terminal that we work for? Like, what's that show? You throw your trash out at the shippers and stuff. Like, it's not good. And truck stops, they see it coming right out the prime truck. How does that make us look? Like, don't litter. We have, Kirsty says, we have been having fun and laughing, but not being able to sit and eat or go to the movies or attractions now. Yeah, and that's what's wrong with, like, what's going on right now. Is I bet it's really bad for, like, if you're trying to get off your truck and go to the movies or do anything right now, everything's shut down. So, like, you really can't go do nothing right now. It's like, just deliver your load, and if you have to take a break, then just sit in the truck stop. Boring. I mean, there's times that I had to take a 34-hour in a truck stop, like, but I usually walk somewhere or get an Uber somewhere. Hate is not a nice word. Jesus takes the wheel, says agree. Kiersey, I miss being able to sit and eat. See, y'all like to sit and eat, man. I like to go to my truck and eat. Like, I never liked sitting in the restaurant with all the people in there and just people walking around and stuff. I'm all like, I'd rather just go to my truck and eat in my truck unless I walk to a restaurant. Like inside truck stops, you don't catch me eating inside truck stops too often. Like I'd rather take it to my truck. Hans, I was kidding. Cool. I don't even throw cigarettes out the window. Yeah, I hope you don't throw your cigarettes out the window. I would just smoke the cigarettes, but the butts, you know, whatever. Yeah, truck stops are trashy. Yeah, truck stops get real bad. And like, people wonder why we can't park at Walmarts. Think about all the trash you see in the truck stops. Think about the pee bottles. I saw on Facebook a high school was like, hey, we want trucks to have parking, so we're going to open up our high school parking lot that we're not using to let the trucks park in it. I was all like, are you people serious? Like, there's going to be pee bottles, and it's going to be a mess out there at that high school. Like, and it's sad because it's going to give truckers a bad name. J. Claus Vlog says, flatbed is going to be in trouble because a guy went number 2 in a customer's parking lot. Wow, that's not good. Han says, Jacob, why didn't they let them use the restroom? Probably because they wouldn't let them in because of coronavirus. I bet. Right now, a lot of the shippers and stuff will not let you inside the building. Like, you're not allowed inside. Jesus takes the wheel because... Jesus takes the wheel maybe because it's not only my truck. Maybe it'll be different if it's my truck. I must have missed something. Kirsty says, always had my cats, so I hated eating on the truck with a cat hair flying around. Oh yeah, don't have a cat on the truck, man. Like, there's a litter box. Like, no, I wouldn't have a cat on the truck. I don't even want a pet on my truck. Like, I wouldn't want a pet on my truck. I wouldn't want the dog hair everywhere. Like, I don't agree with it. Like, or I don't do it. Like, if you want to have a pet on the truck, go for it. I don't agree with it on my truck. I don't want pet hair and stuff. I don't want stuff like that. My wife, like, I fight her. Whenever she wants an animal in the house, I fight her on it. I'm like, I don't want that animal hair everywhere. Jacob says, not sure the backstory, but he went in the middle of their lot on camera. Oh yeah, it's not good, Jacob. It's not good. That's not a fun story, man. But they could at least let him drop his trailer, go somewhere, and then come back. Like, I would have asked him, hey, can I take my truck somewhere? I don't know. Not a good story. Blame Han says, well, blame the shippers then. Not like we're gonna, not in the truck. We're not using the restrooms in the truck. That's disgusting. I've heard of people doing that, and I know people that do that, and that's disgusting. Not in the truck. That's where you live. Okay, Jesus, you were talking about eating in the truck. Yeah, I can see why. It's not your truck. You're right. I don't blame you there. Cartload. I was in a truck stop, and I seen a guy get the squeegee out of the bucket and wipe grease off his fifth wheel and put it in the bucket. I don't know why you would do that. Could you imagine the next guy that gets that fifth wheel grease on his window? I had a block, like there was a truck in front of us one day, And I guess he had a lot of fifth wheel grease. That stuff came up, boom, hit our windshield. My teammate turned on the wipers, whoosh, whoosh, smeared that grease all over it. Man, we got it all off. It took forever to get it all off. And then it was always, like, there was always still grease on there. We threw out the windshield wipers. We replaced them. It was bad business. Fifth wheel grease on a window. Fifth wheel grease on anything. I almost got fifth wheel grease on my jersey today. I was showing Johnny about the fifth wheel to explain to him how it worked, and I almost put my jersey in the fifth wheel grease. I was so like upset about it. I was like, oh, jersey got to go. I got to put the jersey up, man. You ain't gonna get fifth wheel grease on my nice jersey, man. Yeah, that's bad business, though. I don't know why he would do that. Han says, LOL, Cartlow, seen a Swift standing on his hood washing his windows. I don't stand, like, you can open up the hood and stand on the drive tire and wash your windows. Like, that's the best way to do it, I think. Jacob, Justin probably knows more about it. Justin didn't tell me about it, so, like, I don't know. What's going on, handsome? How's it going, man? But yeah, that's crazy. I don't, like, go to the restroom before you, like, right now, I think I would look at all these shippers with overnight parking and stuff like that, and I would probably go to the restroom before I even went into them. Like, if I'm staying the night at a shipper, I always stop anyways. Because I always give my student an opportunity, like, we go use the restroom, we grab drinks, we grab food, whatever, and, you know, we'll stay the night. Usually, if I'm staying the night somewhere, I'm getting there about the time I need to go to bed, and once my 10-hour break's up is about the time I'm delivering. If not, like, right at the end of the 10-hour break is the time I deliver. So I try to do it like that. That way I don't even have to go in there, use their restroom or nothing. I just sleep. Hans, I'll take a dog with me. Beats hearing a woman complain all day. Oh man, you want to hear some complaining? You should have heard a student I had. He complained a lot. Like some people complain a lot. It's just people. It's not even women. It's just people. Some people just love to complain. Jacob says, most have porta-johns. Yeah, I don't want to I don't like those either. I don't use those either. I'm like, nope, too many germs in there. Nope, ain't going in there. Handsome sitting in Little Rock at Americo. Han said, ain't sitting on a honey bucket. Yeah, I don't mess with those porta potties, man. I don't want to go in there. Like I don't want to mess with it at all. Like, well, the terminal is also, if anyone's needing hand sanitizer, when you go through the terminal, they're asking people if they have hand sanitizer on their truck. If you say no, they give you a bottle. Like, I don't have hand sanitizer on my truck. I never have had like a big bottle of it. So once the little bottles ran out and I couldn't get any more, I was like, no, don't have no hand sanitizer on my truck no more. So they gave me a big bottle, like a little 20-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer. I was like, man, that's awesome. So the terminal is actually passing out hand sanitizer if you need it. So, Hanson said, for your information, you can park at Walmart's here in North Little Rock if anyone needs a spot. Yeah, I'm not trying to go to Arkansas, really. Like, Arkansas is one of those states I'm like, man, that's a pretty state, but if I don't have to go through Arkansas, if I don't have to stop in Arkansas, I'm not stopping in Arkansas. I always time it where I go straight through Arkansas. I don't know why. I just don't like Arkansas. Especially like this Arkansas 27. I don't suggest anyone ever go on Arkansas 27. I went on that. It was not fun. It was scary. Jacob says, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I guess so, man. I guess so. Han said, my opinion on Walmart is it's not always truckers' fault. Because I see campers parked there a lot and making messes. Yeah, campers do make messes there. I've seen that too. And I just really try not to park at Walmarts at all. Like, I really, really try not to. Like, Walmarts are like a last resort parking. You just hate US 63. Man, I just leave me on the if it has an I in front of it, like I-40 or something like that, I'll go right through Arkansas. Like, but if it's not an interstate, I really don't like going through there. I don't know, I just really don't like it. Came down 63 yesterday. Gotta keep your eyes open on the road. Yeah. Han says, but again, I don't park at Walmart. Yeah, I don't park at Walmarts either. Yeah, Walmart parking is not the best place. Like, the few times I have parked at Walmarts, like, they were Walmarts that had the truck spots at them. Like, some of the Walmarts actually have truck spots at them. Like, I parked there before. Most of the time, if my truck's at a Walmart, I'm getting groceries or something and I'm leaving. I'm getting out of there as soon as possible. Jacob says, or some of those Tysons that are out in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas. Yeah, some of the tightest Tysons I ever been in were in Arkansas. Like some of those Tysons in Arkansas, man, they're horrible. Horrible. But they got a couple nice ones. But mostly like Tyson is in Arkansas, those back roads, like middle of nowhere ones, they're really tight. Like, I'm like, where's y'all's yard dog at? Tell him we'll put this trailer in that door. Like, you kidding me? I get it in there, but hey, it's a fight. Just do it safe, right? Get out and look. But yeah, from what I hear, next week, Springfield's going to get in about 30 students. Pittston's going to get about 20 from what I hear. So, students are coming in again. I think that they're taking the ones from the smaller cities first is what I'm hearing. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this Corona stuff is on a downhill, so we're going to get back to business. And a lot of people are expecting trucking to be booming after this stuff and start booming pretty soon. And there's going to be a lot of loads. So we'll see what happens there. If it starts booming again, people are going to be making some money. And people that are unemployed right now, that got laid off because of this stuff, it's time for them to maybe look into trucking. So if y'all got any friends out there that are laid off, hey, tell them about trucking. Like, put something on your Facebook. What? When you see kayaks and canoe rentals on the side of the road, you're going to have fun. Yeah. Yeah, if you see canoe rentals and, yeah. I know what you mean, Jacob. when you start seeing them on top of cars passing you too, you're all like, where are we going? We're going somewhere that's like a protected forest. Like, these roads are about to be no good. It's like they can't repair the roads because they're in the middle of that national forest over there or something. Like, they're all like, nah, we can't make this road any wider. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, the road's falling apart and half of it's done fell off the side of the cliff. But yeah, you're good. Keep on driving. Keep on trucking. Hans, try backing into a spot in Los Angeles. Man, Los Angeles it's not too bad. I think San Francisco was some of the hardest places I backed into. Like, these little businesses and stuff. Like, there's one place I went, what you had to do is you had to pass the place. You had to, like, kind of alley dock it in there just enough because it was real tight and the fence was there and there was a post. You just go enough to get it in there a little bit so you can make the turn, drive all the way up this road and then straight back it in, and there's all these cars and traffic. You know, like San Francisco, I've been in some crazy docks in San Francisco. And Florida, believe it or not, some of the places I've been in Florida were pretty bad. But California, like LA and all that, there are some hard spots over there, some tiny docks. Sean says, I'm going to Pittston on the 13th. Yeah, Sean, I seen your email, so I got that. I saw that it was the 13th instead of the 6th, so. Hans says, not at my company. You need 2 years of experience. Well, Hans, send them over here to Prime. Send them to my channel. We can teach you how to get your CDL, man. We can help you get your CDL. You do a year commitment with Prime. Once your year's up, then maybe go somewhere for another year, and then they can go work with you, Hans. How about that? Or they can just stay at Prime for 2 years and then go work with you. Just thinking outside the box. Sean says, as of next week, they are back to 2 classes per week at Prime. Okay, I haven't heard that yet, Sean. So, like, that's good. That's good for people that were coming to Prime that had to wait because of this thing going on. So that'll be good for them to have 2 classes. That means more people can come in. Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeah, Pittston's been doing that. They were doing that before I came to Springfield, and it was working out good. Because if you were there on Wednesday when the people that got there on Monday cleared, and you needed a student, you could get one. If you were there on the weekend testing your student out, and there was people from Wednesday's class there that you could pick up. So, like, it worked out great, I thought. Like, nobody was hurting. Like, nobody had a problem getting a student. So it would be nice if they started that back up. I thought it worked great. I was a big fan of it. Thinking Outside the Riddle Box. That's my favorite album right there. The Riddle Box. Yeah, that was my favorite album right there. My student Johnny today, he goes, hey, you mind telling me about that little red man on your hat right there? He was all like, and on the side of your trunk, you mind telling me about that? I said, it's just the emblem for the record label of the music I listen to. So I searched it, played it for him. He was all like, okay, that's what you listen to. I said, yeah, that's what I listen to. I said, it's good stuff. Hans, you got some experience, so I'm pretty sure Prime would hire you. I mean, It's worth it. If you're looking to switch, it's worth a try, but, you know. I mean, Prime, like, I haven't heard of too many people that Prime turns down, like, unless there's reasons that, like, you can't be hired. Like, if you have a criminal background, or if you can't pass a drug test, or you don't have work history, like, that's the main reasons I hear of people getting turned down, is like work history and because they have a record. So like, that's the main two things I hear that people can't get on with Prime. But Prime's treated me good, so like, the more I'm training and the more I'm doing with the training, and the more I'm looking at stuff and like, how can we improve now? Like, how can we make it better? That's what I'm looking at. Like, I'm looking at some of the trainers as, hey, are you, like, I'll watch some of the other trainers and I'm all like, now, is that going to prepare someone from the real world, or is that just like passing a test? Like, that's what I'm looking at. Like, I'm not saying nothing, but like, I'm kind of like watching everybody, see how people are training, see, because, you know, I might learn something from somebody else that might make me better. So I'm just like watching people. Like, I watch people in Pittston. I seen how everything ran over there. I know how stuff runs in Springfield. I need to get to Salt Lake City. I want to see how, sometime I'm going to, hopefully, whenever they get that terminal finished over there, I want to go over there to Salt Lake City and see what that's about. See what it's like over there. Being from Texas, you like Pantera. Pantera's good. Like, I listen to rock music too. I like rock music, like Pantera, Job for a Cowboy, Lamb of God, like Disturbed, Slipknot. I've been to a ton of concerts. Like, I've seen a lot of concerts. Like, I love getting in the mosh pit, you know, something about getting in that mosh pit and pushing somebody down and then picking them back up, you know, it's fun. Kiersey says, Old Dominion and Cisco are laying off, so I'm glad we are good. I haven't heard that yet. That's sad. I wonder why they're laying off. Sean says, boogie woogie woo. Handsome says, Kevin says, what's up, D? Tell Jay Homestead hello from Kevin. So, you know Justin. Kevin, that's a good guy right there, man. Like, I've learned a lot from him. Learned a lot from him. That's what it says at the bottom of my pre-trip too. I can't say his last name very good, so. Hans says, Kiersey Who's delivers a lot of restaurants. Kiersey says, Salt Lake City does a chain up class. I used to have my TNTs take, and no mosh pits for me. Yeah, mosh pits are fun. Like, I've been into some crazy mosh pits, like the Wall of Death and circle pits, and like, it's all about love is what it is, man. You're just all pumped up on the music, pushing some people around, like picking them up, like getting pushed down. Like, it's a blast. Kiersey says, they deliver to hotels, churches, restaurants, bars, all closed. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, if the bars have any expired liquor, I'll come pick it up for them. Like, I always wanted my own, like, mini bar downstairs. So, you know, if they're getting rid of some stuff, I'll take it. Just imagine all the small businesses that are going to be closed down because of this. Like, how many places can survive right now? Yeah, Kevin, you're right. He's an awesome PSD trainer. Like, Kevin, he's out doing a TNT right now. So, you know, but he's a great guy. Like, I agree with it. I agree with everything he says. Like, I think that he's good for business. He wants to make Prime better, and I feel the same way. You know, like, we always brainstorm together. Like, great guy. I have nothing bad to say about him besides his flatbed. But yeah, like, if y'all ever hear me in my videos and I'm all like, look, the reefer guys are doing some real work over here. Look, I'm lowering landing gear. I'm raising landing gear up. I'm always messing with him. Hans said, I ain't chaining no more this year. Hey, at least, Hans, at least not to till November or December or something like that, right? You're the man, Twizted, right? Kevin says, in TNT now. And he heard that. Yeah, Kevin, you should have told him, hey, man, I'm on TNT. You should have picked me up, finished my TNT. Hans, California wanted me to chain on an icy road with no snow on it. Told them, I don't think so. That's weird. I don't know why they would want you to chain up on a road that doesn't have snow on it. Oh, Kevin, you went reefer, but you trained with him? Yeah. Yeah, he's like me. We train anybody. If you're a tanker, I'll train you. If you're a flatbed, I'll train you. If you're a reefer, I'll train you. It doesn't matter. Like, I train anybody. Like, like, if you're the hardest student out there, I'll train you just so I can learn how to train the hardest student ever. Like, I'm like getting way better. Like, I'm quicker at reading somebody to figure out how to tell them what I'm saying so that they will understand, because everybody learns different. So, like, you have to really pick out how people learn to train them. So the faster you can pick up on what they're going to learn best, the faster you can get them to the point you want them before they test. So I try to do quality of a student that I train. Like, to me, it's a lot better to put out a good quality of a student that is a safe driver and good at backing, like, can back out there and that's going to be safe about it, than just putting out somebody just to put them out. So, you know, Justin is the same way. He's about quality of the student. So, you know, we do a lot of the same stuff. And I've learned a lot from him, and I'm thankful that he's helped me out so much. Han said, Prime has good YouTubers for some reason, but slow trucks. Well, thanks, Hans. I would like to think that we have good YouTubers. I mean, I just started this YouTube. I started out with pre-trip, and now I'm like doing live. So, you know, I just kind of like want to like help people make a good decision here. Like, and I'm not going to say Prime's the best decision, because like I tell people, you need to do your research and find the trucking company that best fits you. If it's Prime, that's awesome. Like, come out here to Prime. Like, I'm happy. If it's not Prime, then, you know, make sure you do your research. If it's the best fit for you, go for it. Like, that's how my channel's going, or that's how I want my channel to go. Like, I don't want to be the guy that's all like, come to Prime. Prime's the best thing ever. Prime has treated me awesome. Like, I'm happy with Prime. Hopefully somebody else can take the knowledge from my video and make a good decision on where they want to go. Kevin says, I was a hardhead, but he helped me trifecta. Yeah, Kevin, I might have been training on the pad right next to you the whole time, man. I might have been. Sean says, I always second guess my decisions, especially when I do testing. Well, like, we're not going to second guess ourselves out in my truck. We're just going to be like, you made that decision. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to get you, I should be able to get you to the point where your decision is going to be right. Like, okay, I need to turn the wheel this way. And I'm going to be like, don't second guess yourself. Just try it out. Hans, I agree with you on some of it. Yeah, and Kirsty says, Hans, higher cent per mile for new people makes up for the slow trucks. I think the trucks being at the speed they are is safer. Prime said that the reason that they slowed the trucks down was to make it safer. They said that there's been way less accidents. So, you know, if there's way less accidents, then I'm fine with it. I really don't want to go any slower than we're already going, but hey, you know, if it makes us safer, then I'm all right with it. Okay. I don't even know how to say that. Ursel starts orientation on Wednesday and can't wait. Well, hey, that's great. Wednesday's the day, man. Come on in. What's up, Jerry? Whoop, whoop. I see you, Jerry. Jerry comes in here all the time. Whoop, whoop. I know Jerry. Yeah, Kevin, right. I agree. Slower is safer. Yeah, it's just not too slow. Like if you're doing like 20 and a 65, that's too slow. Like there's a point where too slow is unsafe. Kirsty says it increases our fuel mileage, which gives us higher bonuses too. Yeah, and it also increases fuel mileage, so I agree with that. Sean says, I went to go get my CDL 17 years ago, and the cent per mile was like 25 cents per mile from like Snyder and JB Hunt's. 25 cents per mile. And y'all were banking back then, 17 years ago. Wow. 17 years ago, that's probably good money. I don't know. It's like when your grandpa said, man, it used to be 5 cents for to go see a movie, and you're like, man, that's a steal. You know, back then 25 cents might have bought you a lot of stuff per mile. Carlo says, there seems to be a lot of you Prime drivers putting out positive and truthful videos. Don't see that from other carrier drivers. Well, Cartload, I'll tell you right now that I have a friend that works for another company that I won't mention, and he said that his company put out, if you have a YouTube video, you cannot put out nothing negative about us. And I was all like, wow, like they will fire you if you put out something negative about them. So like he was all like, man, I ain't putting out no YouTube videos. I said, I don't blame you. You know, Prime hasn't told me. I've only been told one thing about a video I put out, is I was asked to take it down because it showed the pad. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it down. I don't have a problem with it. Like, you're right, I should have asked, you know, I shouldn't have just made a video on the pad. Well, then I see other people putting videos on the pad on, so I'm all like, what's up with that? Like, tell that guy something. Like, I follow the rules I try to follow the rules for the most part, but like if you tell me not to put a video on the pad up, then other people need to follow the same rules. I'm just saying. Red wine. What's up, Ninja? Whoop whoop. How much would a driver at Prime make with 7 years experience? That's a good question for a recruiter, because I don't know the answer to that. Sean says, I heard that. Han says, Swift, best in Crash. See, I try not to give Swift a bad name, because, you know, I think about it like this. Every company has their good and bad drivers. There's a lot of Swift trucks, and if you're in a wreck and you have a name on the side of your trailer or your truck, then of course everybody's going to know it's your company. So there's a lot of Swift trucks. Odds are, if there's a truck wreck, there might be a Swift truck in it, so they get the bad name. Sooner or later, Prime's going to be one of the biggest ones. Well, we're already getting there. We're already seeing wrecks of Prime trucks on YouTube and stuff like that. And people are all like, oh, look, it's a Prime truck. The super truckers don't have names on their truck. When they flip over, everybody's like, oh, super trucker wrecked. There's no company to stand behind it. So if you really want to know the truth, if you put all the super truckers in the same category, you would be like, super truckers are the ones that wreck all the time, because those are the guys that you see flipped over all the time because they're going too fast. Sean says, why do they not want videos on the pad? Because videos of the pad, that's like their testing. That's where they test. So they don't want anything to jeopardize Prime's ability to be able to test. Like videotaping the pads and stuff like that. If you videotape and you catch somebody taking a test, that could be considered cheating or something like that. That could be like a camera at the baseball field. You know, the baseball players got in trouble for it. They had that camera out there and they were using it to their advantage because it didn't have the lag in it. Same thing with videotaping out there on the Prime. You might be cheating somehow. Old Dominion has a no social media policy, nothing at all. I seriously don't have anything to say bad about Prime. Well, I had something bad to say about Prime, and that was the only real things I can say bad about Prime is some of the fleet managers are not the best. Some of the fleet managers are not the best, and you know, some of them, I don't know, some of them, like, you don't get along with, and it's hard to switch fleet managers. I think that it would be better if every so often you could switch fleet managers. And then the other thing is the recruiting department. Once the recruiter gets you here, they really don't care about you. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, when your recruiter gets you to Prime, he really don't care about you no more. So like, I've had students come in and they're all like, my recruiter said I could go at home every weekend. Are you serious? Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, sorry, I'm the one breaking the bad news to you, but that's probably not gonna happen. So like, sometimes like they were misleaded, or you know, I don't know what happens, but that's kind of like one of the things I don't like. Let's see. There was a question. AO says, how often do you home drive for? How often are you home driving for Prime? I'm home as much as I want to be. Like, if I want to come home, like for Easter, I can come home for Easter. If I want to come home for Thanksgiving, I can come home for Thanksgiving. The Prime's policy for a company driver is that every week you work, you earn 1 day off. You can take up to 4 days at a time. But if you get it, it's really up to your fleet manager. Like, you get a good relationship with your fleet manager and it's going to work out a lot better for you. I'm not saying you're going to go home every weekend. You know, there might be a dedicated run that you get on that puts you home every weekend. You got lucky. Like, you got lucky. You were in the right area. Your fleet manager liked you enough to get you on that account. So you're going to be home more than others. they got stuff like that. It's really hard to get on, and you get lucky. You know, more power to you. All right. Han said, condo lightweight means what? Han's condo is pretty much a sleeper, the bigger truck, man, the bigger truck. It has the sleeper, some room for some cabinets, and the front. Lightweight is pretty much where the seats in, there's a bed. So you don't have the extra space for the cabinets, you don't have a top bunk. Condo is like for teaming and for, you know, trainers that they'll have the condos, the lightweights, or for like some of the solo drivers, they want to get paid a little bit more. They pay you a little bit more for driving a lightweight. I wouldn't drive a lightweight. I think you spend more money in food. You have less room to hold all your stuff. That's what I believe. Kirsty says, I have a chart. It is really based on miles, not years, but 7 year usually means 950K to 1. Yeah, I don't know what. Kirsty has a chart for everything, I'm finding out. Like, if you got a question and if your question can be put on a chart, Kirsty has a chart for you, I noticed. I need Kirsty to just email me all of her charts. That way I can be like, all right, I just post them all on the wall back here. I'll be like, what's your question? Let me go to my chart. Oh, there you are. Let's go down here. Oh, there's your answer. Kirsty, you send me some charts. We'll put them up. That way if I get a question, I'll be like, let me go see chart. I even like put big letters on them, and that way if you know which one it is, Kirsty, you can be like, that's chart C over there. I can be like, oh, chart C. I saw it. Han said, are prime dispatchers former drivers? Some of them are, some of them aren't. So some of them went to school, some of them worked their way up through the company to get there. Best is subject through you, and I have a different take on and fleet manager. Yeah, so Kirsty has a different take on fleet managers. I got a great fleet manager now. Like I'm happy. Like I am completely happy. I have nothing bad to say about my fleet manager I have now. Like he is very respectful. He treats me good. Like I have no problems. Great guy. Really great fleet manager. Like if you get my fleet manager, you are lucky. Kevin says, does your days add up or do you lose them? They have to add up. I don't think they can take them away. I asked one time and they're all like, no, we don't take your days off. I was like, well, how many days off do I have? And they're all like, we can't tell you that. I'm all like, why not? So somewhere they have it. I don't know where. Carlos says, I like videos about vaping. Oh, you like videos about a... no, I'm like your basic vapor. Like I just have this. Like I don't even build my own tanks. Those are all pre-made. Like the vape and stuff. Like if I can buy it from the store and just screw it together and put juice in it and it fires up, I'm good. So like I don't do much research in vaping. I'm all like, I've been happy with this one, the Agassiz. I think it's what it's called. Agassiz. Yeah, I've been happy with it with a Mesh Pro tank or a Free Max tank. I've been happy with it, so I don't really watch too many videos about it. I watch those guys that do the trick with the vape, like blow those rings and shoot the other rings through it. I'm like, how do those guys do that? But I like watching stuff like that with the music and the flashy lights. I'm all like, that is awesome. So do you think it's still a good time to get a CDLA? I'm pretty like, I think any time to get a CDL is a great time. Like So I think it's always a good thing to have a CDL because you can go anywhere with it. Like you can go to any company with it. So I definitely will always say like it's a great time to get a CDL. Like I don't age, whatever. Like I have people that are. I have a guy on my truck right now, 62 years old. He's getting his CDL. Like, you know, he's bettering himself. So I definitely say get your CDL. Like right now is a good time. Like come get it. Anytime's a good time. I don't think that there's no bad time to get it. The guys that come out here during the winter to get a CDL, like those guys really want a CDL really bad because they're coming out here in the bad weather to get it. Like those guys are determined to get a CDL. Like the guys coming in the summer, they want it too, but the guys in the winter, I have mad respect for them because they're coming out here in the bad weather, learning how to drive in the bad weather. Whenever I test a student and after his test, they shut down the roads and they say, hey, no more drive tests. It's too bad out there. And my guy already passed. I'm all like, you know how to drive in the winter, bro. Like, you just, like, they shut down the roads after your test. What? I was like, yeah, it's too dangerous to drive out there right now. And you just went out there and passed your test. Like that says something. You pass your CDL test on roads that they said, oh, we're shutting it down, man. You ain't no more road testing. You already passed your test. Like, you know how to drive. Yeah, Hans, you're right. There's so many possibilities in having your CDL. Like, and if you see AO, like all these guys said, definitely, like, yeah. I used A's model with a Zeus tank. See, I don't even know what a Zeus tank is. So I was talking to a guy today and he told me it would be cheaper if I built my own coils and put the cotton in there because I just had to replace the cotton in it. And I was all like, well, how much is the cotton? He was all like, it's like $3 for a lot of it. I was like, man. So I'm thinking about looking some of that stuff up for real, just to save some money, especially once the corona stops. Local driving will come back. Big money in local semi driving. That's the first time I ever heard big money in local semi driving for reals, Hans. Like I haven't heard big money in local driving, like local jobs. Like most of my students that go local, they come back and like they're all like, the money's not there. Like everybody, like I only know one guy that said the local pays, and like I don't know. Carlos says, yeah, this dude on Indoor Smoker channel is a hoot and reviews on new mods and tanks. You will laugh at them. I'll have to check that out. Kevin says, people look at me at the campus like I was too old. I'm 58, loving every minute of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there is, like, no matter your age, if you want to drive a truck, get out here. Like, your CDL is going to help you out a lot. Like, you can take that CDL to a lot of places and get a job real quick. Like I say, if you're unhappy with Prime after you get your CDL and you're looking at other companies, hey, go do what makes you happy. Like, go for it. If you go to that other company and you're not happy, go to the next one. Like I've told some of my students, hey, how's that other company going? Like, especially if I find out they went to another company, I'm all like, hey, how's it going? Like, I want to know what it's like in the other company because you never know. Maybe I might leave Prime one day. So I'm always like, I keep my options open and I listen to them, and they're all like, no, don't ever come over here. It's horrible. Like, I'm looking for something else. Okay, I know not to go there. And Hans, you're right. Over the road can be rough, but it's worth getting the experience. Yeah, it is. I believe that too. I think that if I was hiring you at my local company and you told me, oh, I went to a driving school and I don't have any over the road experience, I'm gonna be like, dude, we're not hiring you. I'll find somebody else. Like I would want somebody with some over the road experience that has some real world experience across this country, you know. Carlos said, getting my CDL was the best decision I ever made. Hans, it's hourly plus overtime. Ayo, thanks everybody. Ayo, I'm going to Prime Inc. ASAP. In the winter, Elo. Yeah, right? In the winter. He's like, I'm coming out here whenever it is freaking crazy out there. Yeah. Ayo, but do your research, man. Don't just come to Prime because everybody's like, yeah, man, Prime's great. Like, do your research. You're going to find out that I'm pretty sure that Prime has the best deal out there. That's especially why I say, hey, man, go do your research. Look at these other companies. See what they pay during training. Like, see what Prime pays. Like, do your research. Because I don't want anyone coming straight to Prime and being like, you said to come to Prime and Prime is horrible. I'm going to be like, did you do your research? I say do your research in my videos. Like, do your research. Just because I love Prime may not be the best fit for you. Hans, or after 3 years with no accidents, you can go to Walmart. Their drivers make over $80,000 a year. Yeah, Hans, now that I'm over 3 years, I look at Walmart all the time. I'm like, man, how good is Walmart? Like, they're always put that they pay a lot of money, so I'm always looking at Walmart like, it's tempting. It's tempting. If I wasn't so happy with what I do, then like I would probably jump to Walmart real quick because I've been looking at Walmart for a long time. Han said, my last local company, none of the drivers had over-the-road experience. Or are they good drivers, Hans? Carlos said, I drive local hauling and delivering fuel, and I make a great living, but I put the hours in. Yeah, Carlo. Hazmat, man. Like, that's specialized stuff right there. It's going to pay more. Like, I don't want to pull fuel. Like, I look at that like it's a bomb. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm not pulling fuel. Like, it doesn't sound fun to me. I'm like very, like I would be like, man, all it takes is like spark or something. Boom. Like, not for me. I play it safe. AO says, I was about to go to CR England at first. See, and like, some people are like really dogging CR England, but you know, I really don't think CR England is that bad. I looked into their stuff. Now, during training, they're not paying as much as Prime. That's what I would be looking at. So I would definitely look at stuff like that. Like, how much am I making while I'm training? Like, I'm still going to do training for a while. Am I making the same I'm making at Prime or less? From what I understand, they make less. Hans said, AO, make sure you do not get tested out in an automatic truck. Well, at Prime, you're going to get tested out in an automatic truck. I don't think that there's many people driving manuals anymore at Prime. Too many trainers. I don't think there's many. AO says that. Hans, what type of truck should it be? Hans said, manual only. Hans said, if you get tested out in the automatic, you will have a restriction on your license. Yep, you'll have automatic restrictions. But from what I understand and what I've been hearing is all you got to do is take a manual car up to the DMV and they just want to see that you can shift. So I've heard that and different stuff like that. And I haven't really heard any, like none of my students have went to other companies and complained about having the manual restriction, because a lot of the local companies are moving to the automatic trucks too. The thing is, if you go to a Ma and Pa company, like a smaller company, then they have the old manual trucks and they want you to drive them. So it all depends where you're at, AO, really. Like if you're looking at going to if you're in Texas and you're looking at going to the oil field after you get your CDL and everything, then like you don't want that automatic restriction, because those oil field, man, they're driving those old trucks. Sean says, Prime only tests out in automatics unless your trainer has a manual. That's right, Sean. And I don't miss teaching. I miss driving the manual truck, but I don't miss teaching somebody how to drive a manual truck, man. I do not miss that at all. I used to do that, but I don't miss it. I never really liked teaching people how to drive a manual truck. I mean, if they told me to, like, hey, we have this student right here, he's bound and determined to go manual, we'll give him to you. You can use the pad truck, it's a manual. I would go for it, but like, it's not fun teaching to me, it's not fun teaching a manual. Like, it's funny, like, oh, you missed the gear, man, here, you know, like, and stalling out the truck. It's like, oh, you stalled out the truck again. Han says England pays $10 an hour while training. It's not great pay, but I guess it depends on how many hours they're doing. Han said that scrap Sean, because once you go to a smaller company who has only manuals, it will bite them. Yeah, but if you go get the restriction off, like maybe, who knows, maybe the smaller company will let you use one of their trucks. You show them they can drive, you can drive it. Maybe if they want you bad enough, they'll probably take you to the DMV in their truck. Just go show the DMV you can drive it. Sean, you can request a trainer who has a manual if they are available, but it's not guaranteed. Yeah, Sean, and there's not many of them. So, like, you know, if that's what you're looking for, it might be hard to find. And I don't even know if, like, let's see. I don't even think Springfield has a manual truck. I think Pittston has one at the pad, but I don't think Springfield does. But you know, I was told that since I have a manual truck, if I have a student, they're gonna test out in a manual. So if I'm your trainer, then you're gonna be in a if I have an automatic truck, then I have to test my students in automatic. So if I'm your trainer, then it's going to be automatic truck. Carlos says, hey man, I respect and get your take on hazmat. I can tip my hazmat at you over the road drivers, but I need you and you need me. Yeah. Hey man, I give it to you. Go for it, man. You keep driving the fuel. Like I hope they pay you good. Like I really do, because I need fuel in my truck. So like I need you. I have mad respect for you. I just know, like, to me that's a bomb behind me. I don't want to drive around a bomb. Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, if you wanted me to ship a trailer full of dynamite, I'd be like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, find somebody else. Like, all the stuff hazmat guys carry, I'm good with that. Y'all can take all that. I don't have a hazmat for a reason. Like I don't have a hazmat because I don't want to mess with hazmat. I don't want to mess with all those placards. I don't want to mess with it. Han says, cartload local works harder than over the road. Yeah, some of the local guys, they're unloading their own trucks and stuff like that. Like, that's a lot of work. Some of them are even having to stock the stuff on the shelves themselves. Like, I'm good on that too. Like, keep me with my hands-free freight at Prime. Like, I'm cool with it. Railcar says, what's up, D? Heading back out on Monday. That's good. Get back out there, man. Sean, you have to go to the state BMV, I think he meant DMV, office to retest with a company that has a manual, at least for Ohio. Sean says, I heard Prime has certain loads that are hazmat explosive. See, I don't know about that because I don't even look at into hazmat, but I know that Prime does have hazmat, and Prime does encourage you to get your hazmat so you can haul more freight. I just, like, they told me a couple times, like one of my fleet managers was all like, hey man, why don't you get your hazmat? Y'all are on a team truck. If y'all both get y'all's hazmat, that'll open you up for more loads. I said, yeah, and I could get my passport too, and it'll open me up for more loads, won't it? He's like, yeah, you could go up into Canada. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I barely wanted to leave my country of Texas. I barely wanted to come to the United States out of Texas. Now look at me. I don't even live in Texas no more. Han said, local drivers unload their own stuff over the road. Don't 99% of the time. Oh, in Ohio, it is the BMV, Bureau of Motor Vehicles. Man, in Ohio, y'all are pretty special, aren't y'all? Hey, I was wrong. You did mean BMV. Railcar says, I can't get a passport right now. Yeah, I think all the DMVs and anything like that's not open right now. So you're probably right about not being able to get a passport. I wouldn't want to go to Canada because if I got my passport, like I wouldn't mind going in the summer just to check it out on the reels. But like if I got my passport and I'm up there by Canada, they might be like, hey, take this load into Canada. I'll be like, man, that's like going to Maine, isn't it? Nothing but snow up there. But yeah, I'm from Texas, man. We don't like the snow. Like, if it snows in my hometown of Lubbock, we just shut down the town. Like, I don't like driving on that stuff. I mean, I will, but I just don't like it. Yeah, and for the guys passing their CDL test, I found out today that they're extending that letter that they give you. Whenever you pass your test over here for your CDL, you get a letter, an exemption letter that says that you can drive with nobody in the passenger seat, that you passed your test, you have your test scores, and you can drive. You just have to get your CDL switched over. Well, they extended that for everybody, so the letter's been extended because the DMVs aren't open. So at least they got all of that covered before it was an issue. So that's good. I found that out today because that was a question I had today. I was like, hey, what's up with this? And that's whenever I found out. Hans, oh, Sean says that, Hans. Local drivers for companies like XPO and FedEx, Freight, UPS. Freight don't usually unload freight or 95% of no touch. Cartloads, says LOL, you sound like my old Navy buddy from Texas. Yeah, hey, us people from Texas, man. People from Texas, we love our state. Like, we are proud to be from Texas. Like, that's our state. So yeah, we that's our country. I mean, that's our country. We live in our own country over there. Like we have a lot of stuff that we have pride in. Like we take pride in the fact that we're the only state that legally can fly our flag the same height that the United States flag. Like that's our right. Because when we joined, we made sure we could fly the flag at the same height, you know? Han said, I stand corrected. I work for a local produce company, and I had to unload all my own stuff. I even had to do schools. Oh, my favorite loads are the dropping hooks. Like, oh, dropping hook, I can go in early? Yeah. As soon as I can get there, I'll drop and hook. Like, that's how they should do all the loads right now since the virus is around. Like, make everything drop and hook. That'll move us even faster. Y'all want y'all supplies even faster? Make everything drop and hook right now. No waiting in the doors to get unloaded and stuff like that. I do like doing live loads and live unloads sometimes because it gives me some time to like catch a nap or play some video games. Like, it gives me some extra time to do some stuff. And then those times that you get detention pay on top of that, you just paid me to chill out in my truck and play video games. Like, man, y'all are some nice people. Sean says, Texas had tried to separate from the United States to try to become its own country. Texas, we have the right to secede, man. There's no problem. Like, when we joined, we got the right to secede whenever we wanted. Like, it's never gonna happen, but like, probably like, it wouldn't be good if we did, but like, we have the right to. Han said, California is trying to make 3 states out of it. Yeah, they're always trying that. I've heard 2, I've heard 3. California is always doing their own thing. They coming up with all these crazy laws and stuff all the time. So, you know, California is California. That's all I can say about that. Only been to the racetrack in Dallas, but I enjoyed my short visit. Yeah, they got that big track over there. It's nice. Like, they have the what's it called? I can't remember the name of it, but they have that drag, man. They do all those dragster races, all those NHR stuff, like those fast cars. It's pretty cool. Like, I went over there before. I went and checked it out. I was like, man, this is great. Loud cars, can't hear nothing, have to wear earplugs. Sean says, I heard two. They want to do like the California North and South, but they came to the decision. They haven't came to a decision where to split it up. Han said, don't mind Texas, just hate construction workers every year near Dallas. Man, Dallas is always going to be under construction. They don't know what to do with Dallas. It grew too fast. But yeah, I like Texas. Whenever I was living there, we were having a lot of people come from California. They were like, man, California is not doing great. It sucks. And we're coming to Texas. But they always have their California hats, California t-shirts, and they're all like, man, I love California. I'm all like, well, go back to California then. Nah, man, you don't want to be over there. That doesn't make sense. Han said, don't mind Texas. Oh, I already read that. But yeah. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. It's already time for this old man to go to bed, so I'm going to be up early in the morning and on the pad tomorrow, so I'm going to get out of here. If y'all are over the road, y'all be safe. And, you know, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. And good night, everybody. Oh, yeah, it is the Texas Motorplex.